Welcome into DRF Daily, DRF Sportsbook's daily sports betting live stream coming at you every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, breaking down all football action to make your weekend profitable. And we're back with a fantastic AFC West showdown. It's Mahomes. It's Justin Herbert. It's the battle of the two best, I said it, the two best quarterbacks in the NFL right this second. Battle it out in Kansas City tonight. It's bound to be a fantastic game, and there's a ton of betting angles for you to make tonight profitable. It's always a good NFL week when Thursday night gives you a lot of opportunities to make some money. Last time we were on this, it was Monday Night Football. It was the Seahawks and Broncos. I was low on the Seahawks, but I did pick them to cover. Not only did the Seahawks cover, they won their Super Bowl. But don't get too high. Don't buy into the Seahawks stock just yet. Geno Smith is not that guy. The Seahawks are not that team, and they were just playing in their Week 1 Super Bowl against the Broncos. But we hit on the Russell Wilson's prop. We did miss on a few DK Metcalf props. I really thought he was going to get in the end zone, but apparently the Seahawks wanted to feed Colby Parkinson and Will Dissly. And I also thought Javonte Williams would have run through the Seahawks defense, but the Seahawks defense played a lot better than I thought, and Rashad Penny for the Seahawks played a lot better than I thought. Javonte Williams could not outrush him, missed out on it by about 20 or so yards. So that was our Monday night. We're back here Thursday night football. It's going to be amazing. I believe it's on Amazon Prime, the first time ever it is streaming. A fantastic crew, Al Michaels in the booth for Amazon tonight. But it is a fantastic game to get this week going. But before we dive into that, as always, follow us on Twitter at DRF Sportsbook. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it, we're there on social media. Twitch as well. We're sharing all of our exclusive betting angles, data, trends, some awesome lines. Our Washed Up Walk-Ons boost is live now. You can check that out on Twitter, see what it is, and click the link, and you can bet that boost as well. We've boosted Texas and UTSA over 61 points. We like the points in that game. UTSA with Frank Harris at quarterback. Texas, a little bit more of a question mark. Quinn Ewers is out. Hudson Card's playing, but still like the points in that one. So check that out. We've boosted that over 61 points to, I believe, plus 110. That's on Twitter. You can also find us in the DRF Sportsbook app or at ia.drf.com. So with all that out of the way, with all the housekeeping out of the way, let's break down Chargers Chiefs. Chiefs at home tonight, 4-point favorites. The total is set at 54, but you might see that line and be all over the Chiefs at -4, but I'm here to tell you, pump the brakes a little bit, all right? The Chiefs haven't played all that well against the Chargers over the last 3 seasons. Not only that, over the last 2 meetings in Kansas City, so over the last 2 seasons, the Chargers have won in Kansas City. They're 3-1 against the spread overall over the last few seasons, and they're 2-2 straight up. So there is some value on Chargers +4 here. Even Chargers money line at +150, being 2-0 straight up and against the spread in Kansas City over the last 2 seasons. Now there is a huge key to this game. It's the injuries. J.C. Jackson for the Chargers, their star free agent signing came from the Patriots. One of the best corners in the league right now. He's out. He's yet to make his Chargers debut, suffered an ankle injury in the offseason, and he hasn't been able to get onto the field. He's listed as questionable, but according to all reports coming out of Los Angeles, he probably won't be playing here tonight. Now, there's also Keenan Allen not playing. He's officially listed as out. He, I believe, hurt his hamstring in week 1, came out of the game, and he won't be playing tonight. If this was a Sunday game, there's a chance he would be playing, but being on the short week, there's not a chance that Keenan Allen will be playing tonight. So Justin Herbert is without his number 1 receiver, which might make an impact on some of our player props we're going to be breaking down in just a little bit. Harrison Butker, he's out. I don't know if Justin Reed, the safety, is going to be getting the kicking duties like he did last week. He is listed as the backup kicker. kicked a little bit in high school, and looked pretty solid last week. But Bucker is listed as out, and Trey Smith, their guard out of Tennessee, a really, really solid offensive lineman for that Kansas City Chiefs team. He has a question mark next to his name, so he is questionable. However, he was a full participant in practice yesterday. So there's optimism that Trey Smith will shore up that offensive line and get some action here tonight. So breaking all that down, the line for this game started at Chargers +3, Chiefs -3, because that's, of course, how that works. And now it's sitting at, as I'm trying to add in this screen here, as we have it, it is now Chargers +4, Kansas City Chiefs -4. And if you look here on the screen, the Chiefs are getting 61% of the bets against the spread. So whether that's -3, -3.5, -4, Chiefs getting a lot of action here, but the total has come down just a little bit. Started at 54.5. It is down to 54. So a little bit of line movement on this short week game. Line came out on September 11th, Sunday night. So only a few days of action, but lines come down on the total, and the line's gone up on the Chiefs. With all that being said, ready for the pick today. It's the Chargers +4, and the reasoning I have that, it's based off of what I said earlier. The Chargers have been really, really solid in Kansas City the last 2 seasons, going 2-0. I think Justin Herbert will get it done. I don't know if they're going to win, but at Chargers +4, I like that. I think a field goal is going to separate them. So if I can get this at +3.5, I'm also going there. If it's +3, I'm going to stay away. I might just go money line Chiefs there, or Chiefs -3, because I think a field goal is going to separate these two teams. They tend to play in close games, and they tend to play in some great games. If we look at the screen here, over the last few times these two teams have played, as I'm clicking all the wrong things here, last few times these teams have played, it's been close at half especially, but last time out, Chiefs won 34-28. Before that, the Chargers won 30-24, and before that, the Chargers won 38-21, and before that, the Chargers covered 23-20. So normally good games between these two teams, and that's why I'm going Chargers +4. I think it's the Justin Herbert show. I think it's going to be fun. So give me that, and now we're going to break down the Mahomes passing prop. It's listed at over-under is 297 yards. That's a lot of yards. He essentially has to throw for 300 yards for his passing props to hit. He averages 261 yards per game against the Chargers. I believe that's in 9 games against Los Angeles. Last time they played, he did pass for 410 yards, which is absolutely mind-boggling that he was able to do it. But bear in mind, that Chargers defense last season was pretty bad. So that's why he was able to carve them up for over 400 yards. And also last week, Mahomes is coming off of a fantastic showing, but that's because the Cardinals blitzed him the most he's ever been blitzed in his career. Mahomes is a quarterback you typically don't blitz because he's going to make you pay. And the Cardinals have a terrible secondary, so they thought the best chance of getting to Mahomes and rattling him a little bit wasn't to play coverage, was to blitz their front 7. And that didn't work as the Cardinals got carved up by the best quarterback in the game. And at 297 yards, that's a lot of yards. I can't stress that enough. 297 yards is a lot. He's only eclipsed 297 twice against the Cardinals, and one of them was that 410-yard game last year in Los Angeles. So I'm going to go under 297.5 yards. I think he's going to have 250 plus. I just don't see him pushing the last 50 across and getting to 300. So give me Mahomes under 297 yards. And that brings us to Justin Herbert's passing prop, which is at 278.5 yards. Against the Chiefs, he averages 282.5 yards per game. That is really, really solid. And as of last season, he threw 10 of his 17 games. He threw for over 278 yards. He's eclipsed 278 yards in 3 of the 4 games he's played against the Chiefs. Give me Justin Herbert over 278 yards. I think he's right there with Mahomes. I think they finished with very similar passing yards. But last week, Justin Herbert threw for 297 yards. and looked really solid against that Raiders defense. He threw for 3 touchdowns. So Justin Herbert over 278 yards, I think, is the play tonight. It is going to be tough. He is missing his number 1 receiver in Keenan Allen, but I think they've known that since last week, so they've been able to prepare to play without Keenan Allen. So I think Justin Herbert, 278.5 yards over that is the play for tonight's game. And last, just got a quick one we got to pop in. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to score tonight. He's at plus 128 to score. He scored 2 touchdowns, I believe, last week. Give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire to score at plus 128. I'm just going to sprinkle that one in, throw it in real quick. And last, but certainly not least, I found this one really interesting. I think under 54 points is the play. And I know that sounds a little weird considering I think both quarterbacks are going to throw for 250 plus yards. I think these offenses are going to be pretty solid. But I also think under 54 is the play. Might get to 52. You might be sweating this one up until the final whistle. But the under has hit in the last 7 Los Angeles Chargers September games. And they're in 8 of the last 9 Los Angeles Charger games in the first month of the season. So 8 of the last 9 games. So that's the first month. I can't say this one right. But the under typically hits early in the season when the Chargers are playing. So I'm going to go under 54 points. I think the public is also on that one, which does scare me a little bit. I typically like to fade the public. Actually, no. The public's all over the over. I guess a little bit of money is on the under, some sharp action, considering it started at 54.5 and it's coming down. So I'm fading the public entirely. I'm on Chargers plus 4. Only 39% of the public's on that. I'm on under 54 points. Only 27% of the public is on that. And I think we're going to have a very profitable Thursday going off of those two with everything that's happening in our player prop space. So before we get up on out of here, as always, our best bets recap. Last time out, not too good. Let's not focus on that 2-3 record. Let's focus on the overall 68-59 record we have since we've started DRF Daily. So today's bets, Chargers plus 4 at Chiefs. I think this is a close game. Chiefs probably win by 3, but I like the Chargers to cover. If it's plus 3.5, I'm also going Chargers there because I think a field goal is going to separate them. Over Herbert pass yards, 278.5. He does that a lot. He's eclipsed 278.5 3 of the 4 times these two teams have played. And I'm going under Mahomes, 297.5 pass yards. For kind of the same reasoning, he's only eclipsed that twice against the Chargers, and one of those times was against a banged up, bad Chargers defense where he threw for 410 yards. I think that line's a little bit inflated based off of the last time these two teams played, based off of what Mahomes did last time out. So give me under 297.5 pass yards. I also like Clyde Edwards-Helaire to score at plus 128. If it's plus money, I'm all over that. He scored 2 touchdowns last time, and he's proven to be a really solid receiving option on the goal line as well as a running option on the goal line. And give me under 54 points. I'm fading the public there. The Chargers tend to hit the under early in the season. Defense plays well. Offense probably doesn't perform completely up to expectations. So give me under 54 points. So we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Check us out at DRF Sportsbook. Follow us, give us a like, whatever you do on whatever social platform. We'll be back tomorrow with Friday action, college football action that we'll be breaking down. And we'll be back Saturday, Sunday, and Monday too. Set your alarms. We're coming at you at around 11 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Until tomorrow, see ya.